embark on a journey. I have no idea how it's gonna go, but I'll tell you right now, I am sick and tired of watching my team lose. So today I'm taking my knowledge as an NFL general manager and I'm rebuilding the Las Vegas Raiders. Boys, Madden season is here and you can check out my sponsor EasyMut.com for cheap, fast, and reliable coins. And as of right now, you can use promo code Toke for 10% off. I have no idea how this is gonna go, but I'm telling you right now, every single person on this team is on the hot seat. Oh my God, there he is. I can't stand this guy. On the first order of business of taking over as the Las Vegas Raiders, I have officially fired Josh McDaniels. With that being said, we are bringing in the Michigan head coach, cheater or not cheater, he can cheat for my team all he wants, Jim Harbaugh. Listen, boys, I have no clue what I'm doing, which in all honesty is gonna make this a lot of fun for me to do. Every single player on this team's on the chopping block. We are starting over. Drop a pass, you run a mile. Miss a block, you run a mile. You fumble the football, I'll tell you right now, I am trading you before the game is even over. I've really always wanted to get into franchise, but I never really took any time to learn anything about it. So we're gonna free for all right here. But if you guys do enjoy this content, I made a brand new channel where I'm going to be uploading anything franchise related. And when NCAA comes out, any road to the glory or franchise on this channel right here. Stop what you're doing. This video is already live on that channel. You can click the link down below and you can watch it there and subscribe. If you're a real MVP, you'll watch it on both channels at the same time. Raiders have fumbled every draft pick, I feel like, in the last 15 years. No more, bro. I'm telling you right now, no more. If we've got a tank, we will tank. Maybe Jimmy Garoppolo and the rest of this team can take us to the promised land year number 1, but I highly doubt it. The trenches definitely need some work. We have a brand new rookie tight end that potentially could go up extremely high throughout the years. A solid staple left tackle. And if you look at the playmakers, Davante Adams, Josh Jacobs, these guys are some of the best players in their position in the entire NFL. And then there's this guy who's supposed to be leading us to the promised land. Yeah, I absolutely bet. Jimmy Garoppolo, you are no longer the starting quarterback on our team. I will live in dead cap hell for the rest of my life. Jimmy Garoppolo has officially been placed onto the trade block, and with any interesting teams, I will take any offer we need. Now, with Jimmy Garoppolo being placed on the trade block before the NFL season has even started, our rookie Aiden O'Connell, look like Favre, play like Favre. We'll see what he's got this year. This is going to be a make-break year for the rookie. If he comes out gunslinging, we might not even have to draft the quarterback. Man, oh man, oh man. If you just take one look at this defense, 79 overall, I'm telling you right now, you're not a Raider fan, you can't name more than 3 people on this team. We did draft last year with our first overall pick, Tyree Wilson. We'll see how he pans out this year. We do have 98 overall. Max Crosby at the left end. With the Raiders hiring a brand new head coach, a new general manager, and a draft class that potentially could be one of the best draft classes we see in a long time. A team like Las Vegas that needs a quarterback, this is absolute draft heaven. We have Caleb Williams coming into the draft. Players like Marvin Harrison Jr., Drake May, the offensive linemen as well are through the roof, but not to mention there are so many quarterbacks to choose from. Want to build the defense or get new wide receivers? The list goes on with wide receivers as well. Like I said, every single week in this episode, if you guys do enjoy, make sure you're dropping a like. It's a brand new channel. Every single player is going to be held accountable. If I feel like they don't bring value or they're worth too much, I'm shipping them out. I want to acquire as many draft picks as I can. Not only are the Raiders stuck with Jimmy Garoppolo, nobody else wants him either. When nobody wanting Jimmy Garoppolo was a sign that the Raiders should have never signed him last year. I don't even want him on the team. As my first move as general manager, I'm releasing him. He is absolutely off the team. Bye-bye. Coming into the 2023 season, having an open mind. So we're going to advance our week against our rival Denver Broncos, who have Sean Payton in a powerhouse defense. And we're going to see basically, can the Raiders come out with a rookie quarterback and win week 1? Does Davante Adams dominate? Is Josh Jacobs making plays? No, sir. The Raiders have started 0-1 and now have to travel into Buffalo. That's really not a good start if you think about it. Not only did the Raiders not win, we got blown out by Denver 28-7. O'Connell in game number 1 threw the ball 38 times, was not able to find the end zone. Josh Jacobs, who we signed to a 1-year contract, has 1 touchdown, 17 carries, and 58 rushing yards. And in week 1, Davante Adams doing Davante Adams things, 7 receptions, 81 yards. We literally have NFL football going on right now, boys, and now is your chance to check out Underdog Fantasy. You can use promo code Toke and get $100 off your first deposit. Now, you can either go through season-long projections or week by week, not to mention drafts that are paying out over $1 million. Simply choose higher or lower on your favorite players and put them together for a chance to win 3, 6, 10, or 20 times your money. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not watching football on Sundays unless I'm playing Underdog Fantasy. That's right, boys. Promo code Toke, and I will get you a free $100. Now, this is the moment. I'm giving my team every opportunity to potentially win this division and make the postseason. I know we have a rookie starting quarterback that was drafted late in the draft last year, but with the draft class coming up, that is in 2024. We 100% either need to make the playoffs, and it surely doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Week number 2, the Raiders get absolutely blown out by the Buffalo Bills, 28-6. Did we even score a touchdown? I mean, the top 10 prospects are the real deal. We've got Caleb Williams. Look at Michael Penix there. Marvin Harrison Jr., Brock Bauer, Drake May. Some good offensive linemen as well. Devontae Adams is one, if not the best wide receiver in the NFL. He's about past his prime, and I feel like keeping him here on a rebuild would be selfish of me. As a new general manager, I'm going to add him to the trade block and see if we can get any bites on Devontae Adams to potentially get us a first-round draft pick. Every single team looks to be offering. Somebody has offered Jalen Johnson, only 24 years old, cornerback, with a bunch of lower-end draft picks. 4th-round pick, DJ Reader. 3rd-round pick, Justin Poyer. 2nd-round pick, and we could get returned Cortland Sutton. I will never trade with a division rival, so that is not happening. 5th-round pick by the Browns. Look at the Arizona Cardinals. We also have to think here, what potential team is going to be absolutely horrible this year that we could maybe snag a high draft pick? Stephon Gilmore right there by the Dallas Cowboys. 7th-round pick, Christian Kirk with a 2nd-round pick. 7th round, and we could get Jameson Williams. I wish those draft picks were a little bit higher. Like I said, boys, this is a brand new channel, and if you're watching this on my main channel, bear with me, and if you have any suggestions on how to do these, let me know down below, because I'm just learning as I go. And I'm in a Super Bowl, bro. I will sit my ass here all day long. The Rams have offered a 2nd-round pick with a right tackle. He's going to be 31 years old, though. 1st-round pick. The Baltimore Ravens. Yo, they are offering a 1st-round pick, 2nd-round pick, and a 4th-round pick. I think at this point, I am going to go ahead and take the 1st-round pick of the Baltimore Ravens in hopes that they don't have a great season and we can maybe replace Devontae Adams in the future. We also have a left tackle, Ronnie Stanley, who I could go ahead and flip because we have Colton Miller. This might not be a good idea, but I'm riding with it. First-year GM Toke has officially traded Devontae Adams to the Baltimore Ravens. And both of our tackles have 3 years left on their contract. Are we able to maybe potentially get something for Ronnie Stanley here, or do we convert him to a right tackle? Cornerback Kyler Gordon and a 2nd-round pick from the Bears. Picks are piling in. Look at this. We could trade Ronnie Stanley to the Denver Broncos for Jerry Jeudy and a 2nd-round pick. Say it ain't so, bro. We can go 2nd-round pick right here and get Hollywood Brown at 26 years old. Asante Samuel Jr. You think the Raiders are in cap hell? Talk about the Saints, bro. And George Pickens, 22 years old with a small cap hit and a 2nd-round pick. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trade Ronnie Stanley to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are eventually going to try to protect their rookie quarterback with Kenny Pickett. And we're moving and grooving. We are officially moving into week 3 of the Raiders rebuild, and we have picked up players like George Pickens, who ultimately is on his rookie contract. I'm curious to see how well he plays. His ratings are decent. 82 with 90 speed, 93 acceleration, 96 spec catch. On to the next one. Now, I'm not sure if I'm doing this correctly. And like I said, please, any feedback that you guys give me so I can learn to be, oh, we won a game. We absolutely won a game, 35-7. We just traded for George Pickens and we played the Steelers. And I think we just had a revenge game by George Pickens. My man just went absolutely ham. Josh Jacobs being on a 1-year contract, I don't know if there's a team, maybe as we're going to go ahead and win again against the rival Chargers. 2-2 for the Vegas. We're going against the Green Bay Packers, who are 3-1 on the year. Unbelievable. After starting 0-2, the Raiders have won 2 in a row. I know it's only week 5 in the NFL season, but are we buyers or sellers at this moment? It's going to be a make or break week for us. We're at home going against the Green Bay Packers, and I'm going to advance the week. We'll see if Las Vegas can go ahead and win this game and get us right back into the divisional race. And we are going to lose 27-21. I mean, 2-3 is fine, but if you look at our next 2 games, we play the New England Patriots and the Chicago Bears. There's no way that we shouldn't be 4-3 going into week 8 against the Detroit Lions. We lost 27-0 to Mac freaking Jones. Don't make me turn into running back doesn't matter. Aiden O'Connell, as a rookie, has 5 passing touchdowns. Josh Jacobs, 4th in rushing yards, but he's only punched it in twice, and we've given him almost over 100 carries. George Pickens is picking it up at wide receiver. I think it's time. We see what we can get for Josh Jacobs. The thing that drives me nuts, and if you guys are a fan of a certain team, is not winning enough to make the postseason and winning too much to not be able to get a franchise player. So, Josh Jacobs, if we can get something for him, I think that's the best. I think that's ideal. We can go ahead and we can see if we can get anything for Josh. 27-0. We couldn't even get a field goal against the New England Patriots. Josh Jacobs, 93 overall. He's on the block. What? The Bears are projected to have the first overall pick 30? Oh my God. Are the Bears that good? What is going on? They are the only ones offering us a first round pick for Josh Jacobs. Carolina Panthers are offering Adam Thielen at 33 years old, but a 2026 first round pick. Dog, pick 19 from the Rams, right tackle, 31 years old. We could flip him too. First round pick, dog. Now the Steelers, what is going on? The Steelers now want to trade me back Ronnie Stanley that we just robbed them for, and pick 17 from 20, first round pick, Houston Texans. We could get Dameon Pierce. Went to Florida Gators, still on a rookie contract. I ideally think that is a great situation. CJ Stroud gets Josh Jacobs. We get the Texans first round pick. We're potentially, they could go on a losing streak at any moment and it could go higher. Dameon Pierce, rookie contract. Honestly, the part that I hope I get better if I continue to make these videos and you guys do enjoy them is upgrade all players. So I'm going to upgrade all our players. It looks like some of them are going to go up. I'm not quite sure how that works. Does it on-field performances? We are now going up against potentially the team that we are going to be fighting. This is the Tank Bowl of all Tank Bowls in week number 7, the Chicago Bears. We want Caleb Williams. They want Caleb Williams. I'm trying to absolutely secure the future of the Las Vegas Raiders and get rid of some of these older players. Please lose to the Bears. I've never rooted for my team to lose more than I am right now. And the Raiders versus the Bears final score. Oh God, I'm nervous. Hopefully they don't win. And we are gonna get not only steamrolled by the 2-4 Bears. We lost 28-10. Oh my God. Detroit, listen, I know y'all are balling in real life, but 0-7. 0-7? What is going on? The Raiders have dropped to 2-5 in the division, and the Kansas City Chiefs are 6-1. Dog, there's so much in franchise. Like, why have I never done this? Mock draft number 2. It looks like Florida State, number 1 overall pick to the Detroit Lions. Now Lions fans are in shambles. We've got Caleb Williams going to the Jets in this mock draft. Oh my God, Drake May to the Vikings. Marvin Harrison Jr. to the Cardinals. How many? Where are the Raiders? Where are we at? Michael Penix Jr. to the Titans. Bowers to the Jags. And we are all the way at pick number 12 with Kool-Aid, who honestly might be the top-rated corner in the draft. I mean, there is absolutely no way that the Las Vegas Raiders lose to the 0-7 Detroit Lions. Jared Goff must have got hurt. Something must have happened. We lost to the 0-7 Detroit Lions. 24-3. Are you kidding me, bro? That's not good. Aiden O'Connell, 1,500 yards passing, only 5 touchdowns for the rookie. Dameon Pierce is continuing to do Dameon Pierce type things, 467 yards. And look at George Pickens continuing to go up, even though my man has 0 help at quarterback. The Dallas Cowboys are 7-0. The Bills are 7-1, and the Chiefs are 7-1. Holy moly, what is going on? Through 7 weeks of the NFL season, Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers are 6-1. What? The Packers are 6-1, and all the way down at the bottom, bro, the Raiders are 2-6. The Jaguars are 2-6 as well. The Vikings are 1-7. Tank mode has officially happened. Vikings 1-7. Commanders 1-7. Las Vegas is 2-6. I mean, Daniel Jones, there's no way we lose at home to the Giants. We do wind up winning that game 13-7. And I don't know if that is going to help us or hurt us at this point. Max Crosby. That's great. Our best player has a broken collarbone, and he's only out 1 week. There's absolutely no way. Our defense, I feel like, as we lose 17-10, this is gonna be the look at this. Tyreek Hill, 53 receptions, 811 yards, 11 receiving touchdowns. The Dolphins are 6-3. I'm moving on, boys. As we lose 42-28 to the Miami Dolphins. And once again, I'm going to just announce that I have no idea what I'm doing, but we are going to advance to the end of the year and sim to the playoffs and just hope. Actually, we're going to advance and sim all the way to the off season. It's time to see where the Raiders pan out here in year number 1 of the rebuild. Season is officially over, and the Dallas Cowboys beat the Buffalo Bills 31-24 in the Super Bowl. The NFL MVP was Dak Prescott, who potentially could be the NFL MVP in real life. Coach McCarthy won Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year was Patrick Mahomes. Aaron Donald was the Defensive Player of the Year. And the Offensive Rookie of the Year was Sheen Rice and Emmanuel Forbes for the Commanders. This is where it's really going to get nitty gritty, though, because now is where we officially put our stance in, releasing and trading a lot of good players to potentially have a future in the NFL. You can see a lot of your favorite teams. I cannot believe that the Panthers went 11-6. Absolutely crazy to me. Eagles went 10-7. Broncos went 7-10. The Jets went 7-10. The Patriots went 6-11. And we have not seen the Raiders yet. The Raiders went 5-12, securing the 4th overall draft pick. Cardinals, the Bengals went 3-14. The Commanders went 4-13. It's draft time, baby. Dak Prescott had 42 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Unbelievable. Look at Josh Dobbs going absolutely ham for the Minnesota Vikings. Even though I feel like they didn't win a lot of games. Patrick Mahomes, Tua, Jordan Love, Matthew Stafford, rushing yards, Saquon Barkley, and Josh Jacobs, who went to the Houston Texans, was ranked number 3. 1,500 yards, 9 touchdowns. And let's see how Devontae Adams did with Lamar Jackson at quarterback. Cooper Kupp went crazy. CeeDee Lamb went crazy. Tyreek Hill. Look at Justin Jefferson right there. Only 4 touchdowns from Joshua Dobbs. That's kind of crazy to me. Rasheen Rice. Oh my God, that's absolutely disgusting. 15 touchdowns for the Kansas City Chiefs. And Devontae Adams, I thought I was doing him a favor. And instead, I guess having Lamar Jackson as your quarterback, did Devontae Adams die? Devontae Adams is not happy whatsoever that we sent him to the Baltimore Ravens. 48 receptions, 589 yards, and only 6 touchdowns. To the NFL draft. Hopefully I didn't miss anything that I was supposed to do, but we're gonna learn as we go. We have 2 first-round picks already. Pick number 4 and pick number 15. I am absolutely nervous right now. I don't know what is going to expect to happen here. I'm just kind of hoping that the quarterback of the future falls to us at pick number 4. Jared Verse from Florida State literally went with the 1st overall pick. The Arizona Cardinals are sticking with Kyler Murray. I don't see how the Bengals take a quarterback having Joe Burrow. So we'll see what happens there. The Bengals go Marvin Harrison Jr. That is absolutely disgusting. You mean to tell me that the Bengals have Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and now Marvin Harrison Jr.? Like, that ain't even fair, bro. Like, it's not fair. I'm calling it right now. The Bengals are going to win the Super Bowl next year. And the Washington Commanders go Brock Bowers, tight end from Georgia. That is absolutely nuts. It's time for the Raiders to pick. And just like that, all that trading, all that tanking, Caleb Williams from USC has landed in Las Vegas. And I could never be so happy in my life. With the 4th overall pick, the Las Vegas Raiders select Caleb Williams. Oh my God, he's got a hit. I don't know what that means. What's that question mark, guys? Help me. 92 acceleration, 88 agility, 87 speed with 96 throw power. The Raiders have their future quarterback to compete against Patrick Mahomes. Like, I'm trying to have you guys as the Titans say goodbye Will Levis, and they've gone with Drake May. Absolute craziness, if you ask me. Absolute craziness. It does not look like I can stop the draft to potentially trade up. Unless I'm not seeing that correct. Can I trade up right now, or do I have to just go to my draft pick? But I don't know. Let's see who's on the board here before we do that. I could potentially maybe get another 1st round pick. Bo Nix still on the board. Keon Coleman, wide receiver. And we have the Ohio State wide receiver as well. One is 6'1", a playmaker. The other one is 6'4". Or we can go the guy from Washington. Unbelievable. Cameron Ward is in the draft as well. Could be really nice. We did trade away Devontae Adams. So I think we really do we truly need another wide receiver. We could go cornerback and try to solidify this defense. There's going to be Nate Wiggins, who I think is potentially the best corner on the board. Nate Wiggins from Clemson. Or we can go, oh man. The question is, do we go wide receiver or do we go cornerback? Or we could go the guy from UCLA, right end speed rusher. Man, I feel like that would be a steal at pick 15. An absolute steal. A part of me just wants, I'm a Florida State fan. I think I'm going Keon Coleman. Even though I think that the cornerback is the better play, we're gonna trade for corners. We're gonna go rookie wide receiver Keon Coleman. I'm gonna take him in the draft to pair with Caleb Williams. Look at my man, Florida State. Listen, they got screwed. I don't want to hear nothing. I guess the real question is, could we have gotten Keon Coleman in round 2, pick number 4? Now, don't forget, we have 2 first-round picks next year, too. As expected, the cornerback from Clemson already went off the board in the 1st round. Could we have potentially got Keon Coleman? I don't know, Xavier Worthy from Texas. He could have been easily a player, or Brendan Rice, that we could have taken in round 2 and went cornerback. At this point, boys, we have a decision to make. Do we want to bring in another running back that potentially can help us out? We have Blake Corum. He already knows Jim Harbaugh from college. We signed Jim Harbaugh as our head coach. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the new Michigan running back. We're going to pound him to the ground. And when it's time to give him a new contract, we're just going to repeat the process again and draft a new one. 93 speed. Look at it. It looks just like him, honestly. 93 speed, 90 change of direction with 95 acceleration. Welcome to the team, Blake. We have got to get a defensive tackle. Like, we need a defensive tackle. 100%. We also need a cornerback as well. Caleb Carson from Wake Forest, all projected 2nd and 3rd round picks. This is not a good decision because we've already drafted a wide receiver, but I'm building for the future. Playmaking Xavier Worthy, potential national champion from Texas, is still on the board. I feel like I have adapted the Eagles' philosophy of taking the best player available and figuring out the rest later. I'm going another wide receiver. We are bringing in a rookie quarterback, 2 rookie wide receivers, and a rookie running back. He's back. Look at, I mean, we have special team playmaker written all over this guy. 96 speed, 96 acceleration with 93 change of direction. He instantly impacts our offense. And we are bringing in 2 rookie wide receivers with the rookie running back. So it's time to focus on the defense. Jacoby Myers, definitely a great player, still young, 27 years old. We've got to try to get some type of defensive help here. We're going to get draft picks from the Buffalo Bills as well. Jacoby Myers has gone to Buffalo. Elam, he's on the team. That being said, we've also got Hunter the GOAT Renfro. Listen, I'm focusing on speed. Hunter Renfro is a great catcher, but he does not fit in with our wide receivers anymore. We have explosive playmakers with a daredevil quarterback that wants to push the ball downfield. We've really only gotten a couple offers, and the Detroit Lions are offering Steven Nelson, and we'll go ahead and take that, adding more depth to our cornerback positions. Now, drafting Caleb Williams, we've got to protect them with the offensive line. We've got Michael Mayers. We have a bunch of rookies in playmaking positions. George Pickens right there, and you guys can see we're still holding on to Max Crosby, 98 overall. We did add 2 brand new corners, though. Our linebackers could definitely use some work, but I think our team is good to go. Get my man the football. Like Caleb Williams, take us to the promised land all day long. Time to set our season goal here. Now, we got to remember that even though we have high quality college players, they are rookies in the NFL, and our goal is going to be to win the Super Bowl. Got to be aggressive. Can Caleb Williams win Offensive Rookie of the Year? Can the Raiders rebound from last season? We're gonna find out, bro. I'm going straight in to simming to the playoffs. Halfway through the season, the Raiders are 4-3 and already looking better than they did last season. I figured out what that check mark means. Caleb Williams is a superstar. Works for me. Hey, 4-3 on week number 8. We're gonna go ahead and advance to the playoffs. Hopefully the Raiders can squeeze in. You can see that the Chiefs are 4-2. The Raiders are 4-3. It's anybody's division in the AFC West. The Raiders went 11-6, bro. We're in the playoffs. The wild card. No, we won the division. The Chiefs went 10-7. No way. Bro, Caleb Williams is absolutely developing like crazy. An 85 overall. Corum is definitely not doing as well as I thought he would. Dameon Pierce has taken over as the veteran lead back going into the playoffs, and I'm okay with that. George Pickens has also developed really well. And Xavier Worthy, 81 overall. Keon Coleman, who we reached on, potentially should have went with the cornerback, still stuck at a 78. Our defense, though, Crosby has gone up to a 99 overall. Look at Nelson, who we traded away at an 80. Dog, this is a team that can win the Super Bowl. No doubt about it. Not only are the Raiders in the playoffs, but they are hosting a playoff game here in the wild card. Anthony Richardson versus Caleb Williams. Gotta love to see it, bro. This is gonna be epic. All right, we're gonna find out real quick as the Colts just march down the field and they score in the first quarter. We're down 7-0, but Caleb Williams has led us all the way to the 4-yard line. I'll take that. We're gonna see if Caleb Williams can punch it in, and he does. Raiders defense still can't stop anyone, and it is looking like this could potentially be a losing effort somehow, and they have tied it up going into the fourth quarter. It's 4th and 1. Raiders ball at the 22-yard line. Please don't lose this game. They punch it in with a field goal. The Colts score in. Oh my God! Back-to-back field goals in the second half, and the Raiders' dreams of a Super Bowl have been eliminated in the wild card round, 21-20. The Super Bowl, I said it. The fact that Marvin Harrison Jr. was able to go to the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals beat the Cowboys. How are the Cowboys in the Super Bowl 2 years in a row? The Bengals won 38-35. I told you, I called it. Jamar Chase and Marvin Harrison Jr. on the same team with Joe Burrow. I mean, that's just gross. Caleb Williams finished his rookie year with 4,000 yards passing, 27 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. Dameon Pierce basically took over as the starting running back, but Blake came in, 8 touchdowns, 85 carries, 305 yards. I think for him to be able to develop, we've got to try to sell high on Dameon Pierce and let Blake take over the show. The wide receivers is what I want to see. Xavier Worthy, unbelievable. 85 receptions, 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1,000 yards for George Pickens, and almost 1,000 yards for Keon Coleman. Absolute madness. The Raiders have weapons for days for Caleb Williams, but we have got to focus on defense. Right back into the draft, and once again, it looks like Florida State has the top prospect at defensive end in back-to-back years. Now, the Raiders are on the clock here in 2025, and we have the 23rd overall pick, and it's time to make a selection. I feel like we focused heavily on offense in the last season, and today you can see there are a lot of really good quarterbacks coming in, but we do not need any of these guys. Maybe an offensive lineman would be great, but I would love to maybe focus on the defensive secondary if we can. Not a lot of round one projections at all. A right tackle, I think that's who we're gonna go with. We've got to try to protect Caleb Williams, and right tackle sounds like the right move to me. It's not always fun watching your team draft a tackle, but when you have a superstar like Caleb Williams, Alec Benedict, welcome to the team. Now, for some reason, my in-season awards never popped up. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Caleb Williams probably won Offensive Rookie of the Year. This is 100% a make or break year for us. We have got to win a Super Bowl fast. Well, we have a ton of rookies, including the quarterback, on a rookie contract. I think it's best that if we're gonna reach on a running back like we did the guy from Michigan, it is time to see what we can get for Dameon Pierce. 85 overall. The only way our guy Blake is going to develop is if we get rid of running back number 1. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fish here and see if we can find any type of help on defense, as the Bills have already rejected Jacoby Myers and they want to give him back. Left outside linebacker, 25 years old. Does not look like something I am basically in now. I want to win now. So I'm going to throw in a 2027 second round pick and see if we can get anything from that. Ed Oliver, the Buffalo Bills are now offering Ed Oliver, defensive tackle, 85 overall. I'm going to accept that offer. The Bills have made it back-to-back basic Super Bowls, and we're going to accept that. My boy Jordan Travis got drafted to be the backup to the Kansas City Chiefs. That is absolutely sick. The team is starting to come together. Our center is definitely suspect, if you ask me, but the playmaking positions look great. Left tackle and our brand new first round right tackle are solidifying the edges. And on defense, this is really the biggest deal. We've got left outside linebacker Max Crosby, who is a 99 overall, but you guys can see we've no longer, and I think I screwed up. I may, or did I not? Where's Nate Hobbs? Did we not re-sign Nate Hobbs? I may have just taken the fattest L possible. Nobody wants to trade with the Las Vegas Raiders, and that's okay. We're gonna sim to the middle of the season and see if our rookies that we drafted can continue to develop. The goal is a Super Bowl. Am I gonna win a Super Bowl? I have no idea. Like, literally, I really don't even know what I'm doing, bro. I forgot to re-sign Nate Hobbs. I definitely tried to trade my entire future of the Raiders for a superstar player. That got rejected, but we're close. We made the playoffs last season, and we're continuing to update our team. Halfway through the season here in 2025, the Las Vegas Raiders are 4-3. It looks like our players are still continuing to upgrade. The Chiefs have bounced back to 5-1. Chargers and Broncos are still in moose piss, but we still have half a season left. We've got to start re-signing these players, man. I might have cost us a Super Bowl at this moment. Now, Nate Roberts was somebody that we drafted, and he has a superstar X-Factor ability. This guy, as a rookie from the University of Miami, is developing like crazy. I'm kind of nervous. I went ahead and I re-signed all the players that I thought would potentially be a part of the future of the Raiders. We've got to advance to the playoffs. Can Caleb Williams lead us to the promised land? There is a very good chance that I might be fired as general manager of the Las Vegas Raiders. We went 8-9 after making the postseason last year. I've got $158 million in salary cap. I've got to make something work here. And in 2025, Ohio State quarterback and Josh Jacobs, the Houston Texans defeat the Dallas Cowboys again in the Super Bowl. I'll tell you right now, it is definitely not Caleb Williams' fault at all drafting this man. He had almost 4,500 yards passing again, 31 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Blake Corum, he came in as the starting role, and potentially getting rid of Dameon Pierce was a bad idea. Caleb Williams also rushed for 400 yards, which is absolutely insane. George Pickens once again going crazy, but the two rookies that we drafted are going nuts. Oh my God, bro. Josh Jacobs won Offensive Player of the Year. Of course, Joe Burrow with Marvin Harrison Jr. and Jamar Chase wins MVP, and the Texans are your Super Bowl champions. Me not re-signing players in the offseason definitely hurt us, and we've got so much cap space now. It's time to build a super team and win it all. Now, we did just re-sign George Pickens. Devontae Adams definitely wants to be a part of this team, but I don't think it makes sense. Darius Slay, 84 overall. He's getting super old. Time to I'm bringing in Douglas. I'm going to make an offer on a staple cornerback that we drafted. Hopefully we can get him back. I gotta bring in some high value leadership. I'm going to offer Keaton Mitchell, who I thought was a great player at Eastern Carolina. I'm going to offer him to come in as a backup player. It is basically, it's win or go home. We need a center. We need a right guard. Our offensive line, our offense is not the problem. Caleb Williams is putting up numbers. He's already up to an 88 overall. You can see we have a lot of players that we really need to focus on, and that's going to be cornerback, safety, left outside linebacker, right outside linebacker. Hey, this Daxton Hill strong safety looks pretty good. Let's see if we can get him to come home. He's a 79 overall. Our best strong safety is only a 71. I think I'm going to really focus on the NFL draft on bringing home a cornerback. Marcus Williams, 29 years of age from Utah, is an 88 overall free safety. I guess this might pay off having this amount of cap space, but we'll see. Maybe Darius Slay is getting old, but maybe potentially we can sign him to a one-year deal on this Super Bowl run. Let's build this offensive line and focus on defense in the draft. We didn't get a lot of the high overall free agents, but we did pick up a solid right guard, as well as a pretty decent strong safety and a decent CB number 1. We missed the postseason and we didn't lose enough to get a top 5 pick. It's time to make our selection. I know one thing, speed rusher George June from Iowa. I'm liking this guy a ton. We got right end right here. I'm gonna take the left outside linebacker from Iowa. That is gonna be our first round draft pick. 91 acceleration, 83 speed, George June. Now the Raiders are up to an 84 overall. As you guys can see, offense is still basically the same, but we have focused tremendously on the defensive side of the ball. We've got June as our first overall pick. Nate Roberts, who's got the X Factor ability that we snagged from last year's NFL draft. Max Crosby, still a 99 overall. We've also picked up a new right end. Boys, this team looks fire, man. I still think we need to focus on maybe a right outside linebacker. As the general manager of the Raiders, we've built this team from an 78 overall to an 84 overall. But the only thing that matters is winning the Super Bowl. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. It's week 8 and the Raiders are 5-2. And holy crap, you can't see it on the screen, but the Broncos are 5-2. The Chiefs are 5-2 as well. Bro, Caleb Williams is going to be the MVP. Not only did the Raiders win the division 13-4, they have earned themselves a first round bye in the playoffs, boys. Everything is working. This is nuts. The playoff bracket has been spoken, and we finished with the 1 seed. The Dallas Cowboys are the 5th seed. The Las Vegas Raiders are the 1 seed. The San Francisco 49ers are the 1 seed. It looks like Caleb Williams and all that work in season number 1, the in-season awards. Let's check out these yearly rewards. Patrick Mahomes is looking like he's gonna win the MVP. Raiders versus Jets. The Jets got in the AFC with an 8-9 record. Allegiant Stadium, 13-4, Las Vegas Raiders. I really hope that one day the real Las Vegas Raiders are like this, the divisional matchup at home. Caleb Williams is not losing. Look at this man. He is not losing. That offensive draft class we had in 2024 is now developing into one of the most potent offenses. Boys, the moment's here. Are the Raiders going to win this game? And we're losing 7-3 in the first quarter. Looks like Caleb Williams answers back. 10-7, 13-7. Please don't choke. We're up by 10, up by 3, up by 10. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Ah! There's no way. We just blew it. We just blew it. is Ashton Rivers from Texas A&M. This guy's he's unstoppable. Our starting running back was hurt. Keaton Mitchell carried the load, and the receivers, man. Where are our receivers at? Worthy didn't do anything. Garrett Wilson absolutely dominated. I am absolutely sick. So you mean to tell me it not only hurts to be a real life Raider fan, but it hurts in Madden as well? He's absolutely turning into the future quarterback of the NFL. 93 overall. He has unlocked superstar X factors. I don't really know what I'm doing in franchise. I'm probably not doing things correctly at all, but man, dude, that just hurts to see. Jay Stroud, look at, bro, the Texans in this rebuild video have won the Super Bowl twice. Absolutely insane. Will Anderson Jr. is the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins MVP, and I am absolutely disgusted. I cannot believe this, man. The Texans not only won last year, they won back-to-back Super Bowls. The Bengals defeated the Cowboys, and Lamar Jackson won MVP that year. And Caleb Williams didn't even win Rookie of the Year. It went to the Tennessee Titans, Drake May. We've got to accept Caleb Williams' fifth-year offer. This is like a win year, bro. Like, we're gonna have to negotiate with Max Crosby as well. This is the final year of the rebuild because we have all our main draft classes are basically, this is the make or break year. If we do not win it this year, we're never gonna win it. Oh my God. Tyreek Hill has entered the free agent stage. Aaron Donald has also entered. Boys, it might be time. We only have 56 million in cap. I'm desperate. I'm 100% fired after this year. We've got to make some serious upgrades. Tyreek Hill winded up going to the Atlanta Falcons after our first offer, but we did solidify ourselves right end Aaron Donald for the last bit of his career. Honey Badger, I'm gonna need you to pick something off in the playoffs. Round 1, pick 28, and got absolutely embarrassed at home as the #1 seed. We've got to absolutely destroy this draft. Potentially a top 5 quarterback. Can we even pay Caleb Williams? I'm gonna go with the strong safety, Tyler Hayes, 5'9" from Texas A&M. Absolutely has gone crazy, man. Blake is up to an 85 overall as well. And on defense, we've brought in Aaron Donald, and we have a lot of depth at right end and left end. It's not about getting to the postseason. It's about winning the postseason. 6-1 for the Raiders at the midseason. I'll take it. We did it again. The Raiders went 12-5 and once again have the #1 seed. It's the playoffs that are screwing us. It is the playoffs that are absolutely screwing us. I'm telling you, man, if we do not win the Super Bowl, I'm going to be fired from this team. Caleb Williams is a 98 overall. George Pickens has gone to a 94 overall. And Keon Coleman is in the lineup. Why is my wide receiver Xavier Worthy injured and he's out for 1 week? That is not good at all. Yo, Roberts was the steal of the draft, man. This guy has turned into a superstar X Factor. Honey Badger also is injured for 1 more week. We got Taylor Britt at cornerback, 88 overall, and Douglas at 83. Aaron Donald, Ed Oliver. Oh my God. Ed Oliver is out for 3 more weeks. Don't let me down. Yo, the divisional round of the playoffs. Caleb Williams has now officially been in the NFL for 5 years. We have given him everyone we potentially could. We're going up as the 1 seed against the Denver Broncos. All we have to do is win 2 games. 2 games. Please, Vegas. You are the way better team. There's no way we're up 14. We are up 14. This could be the deciding moment. I'm going to watch us choke it away, aren't we? Please. Vegas is up 14, 21-7 into the fourth quarter we go. Oh my God. Don't screw me. There's no way.